We are getting ready for what promises to be a fun match between a powerhouse and maybe not someone you've heard of that much, but our number one qualifier and number 2 qualifier in the Barebow senior men are getting ready to get after it. This should be quite a fun match and an exciting match because we have someone who cares about fashion and someone who does not.
For sure.
As our archers step onto the field of play for our final match of the 2021 U.S. Open for this senior barebow category for the men. On the right side of your screen, Matt Yacca from Fort Collins, Colorado, coming in at the ripe old age of 48. And next to him, from Kingsley, Pennsylvania, a legend in archery, the archer who owns all the world records, John Demmer III.
Yeah, and a dressing record, I'm sure.
And yeah,
he always has his attire on, and
no fashion sense.
And like we talked a little bit about earlier, is the brackets. This is number 1 versus number 2.
Yes, I believe it's our first match, our only match of the day that sees number 1 facing off number 2.
And John. He pretty much did work on the crew for the whole nationals. I mean, he won by 60, almost 70 points.
Unreal. This guy has done it all. He starts off
with a 4, a little wide right.
A little wide right.
But the nice part is in that type of avenue is, again, it could be erased. He may lose the set, but it's not going to beat him as bad as if it was a straight score.
So Yacca opening up with an 8.
Follows it back up with an 8.
Matt Yacca has been shooting a variety of different bows over the course of his lifetime. The president of his local archery club in Fort Collins, Colorado, does a lot of volunteering. He's a personal trainer by trade. So for Matt Yacca, his opportunity to shoot come after work in the afternoon, sometimes in the evenings. Sometimes he'll even take a nap and then he'll head out to the range and put in the work.
That's a good one.
Wow.
Very nice, a 9.88, which will give him the set. And like I said, a lot of times it's hard to come out from the practice field over here to see where you're going to hit. And maybe that's what got John. I don't know, maybe it wasn't a good shot. There's a lot of avenues you can go with.
You have been in this situation, this stage, the world stage Rio, no matter how many times you go through it, is there a possibility that nerves can play into it?
Oh, 100%. 100%. I don't care if you won every match that you ever shot in, you're going to get nervous. I mean, we can look at guys even Mikey Saucer, who we've seen, get down to the last arrow and it just melt down because it is nerves. And I've yet to ever see anyone that walks out there that doesn't get nervous. I mean, if they have, I've never seen them because, I mean, they do a lot.
Yeah, especially with the crowd we have watching, especially with the popularity of Barebow, as well as the competition archery media cameras are rolling. It definitely can put some pressure on you, not to mention just your personal goals.
Yep, yeah, for sure.
So the first 2 set points go to Matt Yacca.
Well, and Matt has an interesting coach in the box in Justin Hewish.
You want to tell us more about that?
That would be your Olympic gold medalist from the Atlanta Olympics. He won individual and team gold. And Justin's been kind of trying to make a little comeback, been doing really well, and starting to make some headway. He told me this weekend he got a little nervous when he was getting closer to doing well, and said he's just got to work through that, but he's getting there. But yeah, kind of an interesting person to have as your coach in the Barebow box.
As opposed to on the John Demmer side, he has Claire Z.
Yeah.
An absolute beast of a Barebow shooter in her own right. Ooh, a little bit of a flinch there from Demmer.
But he pulls it back in and ends up with an 8.
Yeah. Definitely not Demmer's first rodeo as the owns all the records. World records there are in Barebow. I like what I'm seeing from. I'm loving what I'm seeing from this young man Yacca at 48 years old.
He's been solid the whole time he stepped out here.
There you go. Demmer's starting to
get her dialed in.
Feel the flow.
Yeah.
JD3 moving closer to the middle, trying to put some pressure on Matt Yacca, who's got a 2-point set advantage.
He's down 1 point in this set, so Demmer with a good arrow can take this set.
If you're just tuning in, 50 meters downrange on 122 centimeter target face.
Matt could use a 10 here to tie the set.
Not easy with a Barebow.
No. Now we have a tied match now.
2 set points, 2 set points.
Yeah.
John Demmer rocking those shorts. I mean, how else do I put it? Just those shorts.
I remember meeting John the first time when we were in Warsaw, Poland for the World Games, and he had some pretty colorful stuff on, and we were like, oh, hey. And it was pretty entertaining for sure.
Definitely something you can say about JD3, John Demmer, is that, you know, as a world record owner of so many, he's a leader in Barebow, and the openness of information that flows in and out of him, the welcoming attitude of John Demmer of people into the community in Barebow has, in my opinion, he's been one of the leaders to set the tone as to how incredible it is. You know, Rio, you and I both competed this weekend on the field of play, and between where I was shooting and where you were shooting, we had Barebow competitions. And how many times, just at any time, during the course of the tournament, did you hear people just start yelling, Barebow, Barebow?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a group that it's a family that is totally different. I mean, I can go to an event and you better be careful, because if you're going to dinner, they may have the whole restaurant tied down with their group going out.
That is true.
They are a group that travels together, and they enjoy each other and have a good time, and that to me is that's what archery is about, having a good time and enjoying it. And it's,
I think that one of the greatest examples is who's in the coaching box for John Demmer.
Yeah.
You know, where Claire Z kind of came on the scene just 3 short years ago, and now deeply tied into the community and getting an opportunity to stand in the coach's box for the legend JD3. So Demmer's thoughts are, hey, it didn't look like he liked the shot, but it was solid scoring.
Yeah, he didn't love it for sure. He kind of had that look at it, but we've seen that today, and maybe that wind coming around the end of that stand is causing a little bit of that.
Another quick shot just outside of the 9 ring. As for Matt Yacca, we talk about fashion sense. We look at John Demmer, who enjoys it. Yacca's been shooting nothing but Godzilla and Jaws t-shirts. Got the Godzilla on for this gold medal match. I like the fierceness of that.
Yeah, for sure. We're tied after 2 arrows, so. Oh, and an 8.
All right, so doors open.
Yeah, he could get the set points to take a 4-2 lead.
Plenty of time, 10 seconds still left on the shot clock. Ooh.
We have our first split.
Explain that.
The 2 guys have shot 25 points total with their 3 arrows. So now they will each one get 1 set point versus the normal 2 for winning it, or the 0 for losing it. So now it makes it a little more interesting, because if the 2 guys win the next 2 sets, each one, we could have our 1 arrow shoot off we've talked about a little bit today.
So this is at the end of end 3. 5 ends available to shoot.
Yeah.
If it goes that far.
Yes.
Boy, a shoot-off in senior men Barebow for the gold medal would be just a treat. It would be the capper to an outstanding weekend here at Dory Park in Virginia. USA Archery, partnering with the Richmond, Virginia Tourism Board, putting on an outstanding show for us, a great event.
Yeah, for sure. They've done a really good job. And it's kind of cool, too, to see Barebow, Hoyt really just kind of started really putting stuff in and wanting to do more in Barebow in the last few years, too. And I mean, you can see they got a weight system on the Matt's bow, and it's interesting to see, because like I said, the inflow of people, companies want to provide stuff for them, so it's been kind of a cool deal to see them get into it, because it had been a lot of off brands that have been doing it for them.
Especially brands from Europe and Korea as well.
Yeah.
A lot of Italian.
Yeah.
Barebow bows in the mix, now Hoyt in it.
Yeah.
And what a shooter to get in there with.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Okay, that is what we call putting pressure on your competitor.
Yep, for sure.
As Demmer just drains one in the 10. We'll see what Matt Yacca has in store for us.
And there's nothing worse than them having a 10 already down there and you have to shoot an arrow.
Yeah. Ooh, gust of wind just picked up a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, that was as close.
Just outside, yeah.
Ah, the disappointment on Matt's face. Okay.
Demmer with a 9. So he can get a 10 and tie it back up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
God, he's right there.
Yeah.
Boy, Demmer.
Ooh, with an 8.
With an 8. Okay, so door
Okay.
open. I was going to say in the middle could close this thing
Yeah.
out. Oh, boy.
There it goes.
9.
9. Oh, so we end up. He should get the set points. 27-26.
27-26. That means 2 points are going to go to Matt Yacca. But we've got to get down there, have the judges take a closer look. All right, so we're looking there at 10-9-8.
That looks like a 27.
27 to me. Yeah, 27. So I believe we're going to be tied up.
Tied up. I think so too.
So another split set.
Yeah, that was a good one for sure to put it out there and throw the pressure on your competitor. That was a nice start for John.
Mm-hmm. Still waiting for those scores to come back. If you're curious as to how the actual scoring system works here in Dory Park.
Okay, there we go. Now we're at 4.
Now we're at 4, yeah.
Yeah.
So here at Dory Park in the 137th U.S. National Target, which happened the first 2 days, and now the 2021 U.S. Open, you score with a tablet, electronic scoring, as well as written scoring.
Yeah.
So normally when you're shooting these qualification rounds, you're going to have the people on your barrel will split duties as to call arrows, score arrows on tablet or paper, and then one person gets to sit around and enjoy everybody else's work.
Yes. I did have an older gentleman one time tell me, he says, you know how you do this? You wait back till everybody else gets it settled, and then you get to just watch.
Is that what the key is? Don't be so anxious to get to the bail for the first end.
He says they'll have it figured out by the time you get there. I was like, oh, that's an interesting thought process, but.
All tied up for the gold medal.
Oh, and he starts off with a good 9.
Yes, good solid 9 for John Demmer.
And he needs this one. Oh, no, we're at 4, so he can. They need to split again, so we have a 1-arrow shoot-off.
Yeah.
But they have split the last 2, so.
And this is the 5th and final end.
Yeah.
It's so funny because a 9 is just not a given in Barebow. But the way these two are shooting.
And they're shooting them.
They are going toe-to-toe.
Oh, my gosh.
How do you like this match?
Oh, this is awesome.
This arrow is so important for Demmer. He puts an 8. Oh, the door's open.
Oh, yeah.
It's open for Yacca. If he can get in the gold, he's going to win the gold medal. He does it at 10!
He finishes with a boom.
Wow!
Oh.
How do you like that one? The most important arrow of the day. And 48-year-old Matt Yacca.
And he knew as soon as he shot it.
Ah, somebody call a plumber. He just put that one right in the drain.
Yeah, he nailed it.
Unbelievable.
And the cool part is, look how excited he is.
He can't even believe it.
Yeah.
He came in here with no expectation. Just a person who enjoys the outdoors with his wife, Julie, with their pets, and just the pride of the Fort Collins Archery Club, the president of the archery club. He says his life is about personal training and archery. And wow, what a match put on by both athletes. It coming down to the final arrow. And John Demmer put the pressure on Matt Yacca. And Yacca able to answer the call.
Yeah, he did. Answer is an understatement. He stuffed that one in the 10.
Dude, he stuffed it. I can't wait to get him on the headset and find out how this one went. Because we didn't even talk about all the other factors involved with the wind and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, well, maybe I knew, Matt. Maybe I knew that we were going to be talking here after this gold medal match. The swagger, the casualness of you entering this. And, man, you stuffed a 10 to do it all at the end. Congratulations. How you feeling?
So overwhelmed. I think I'm going to cry. This is unbelievable. I just can't believe it.
I mean, let's talk about your journey to even get here, man. Like, how you shooting and why'd you decide to come to this match? Everything.
Barebow has always just been, a thing I wanted to try. I tried Olympic recurve, and I didn't do so well. And I'm a trad shooter by heart, and Barebow's the next step in competition. So this is where I wanted to go.
Cool. How nervous were you on that last arrow?
I didn't even know the score because they weren't flipping the card, so I just kept hearing tie, and John is a stellar shooter. I mean, the best, right? And I was just so nervous. I don't know. Justin said just take no prisoners, and I just held it on and released, and here I am. I can't believe it. I really can't believe it.
Yeah, you came through with an awesome 10 there right at the end. That was a
Thank you.
Very impressive performance.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's time for you to get back to the archery club in Fort Collins, and they need to throw a big party for you.
I guess so. This is unbelievable. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank
what a
you.
show for us.
Thank
we
you.
really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And enjoy the title of 2021
Thank
U.S.
you.
Open champion.
I can't believe it. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
All right, take care.
Congrats.
Wow, Matt Yacca does it over the legend John Demmer, and you can see how excited he is, and that's what archery does for you, Rio.
Oh, that's awesome. That was a great match. I mean, we would like to have seen maybe one or two one-arrow shoot-offs, but that pretty much was a one-arrow shoot-off. They both had that last arrow to do what they did, and he stepped it up and did amazing.
Well, congratulations to all of our champions, our gold, silver medal, and bronze medal winners here at the 2021 U.S. Open, U.S. Archery. It's been a couple tournaments, 3 days. It started with the 137th U.S. Target National Championships for 2 days of score for a national champion. We took those scores, took the top 64 from each category, and we went to single round eliminations today. And we just wrapped up the 2021 U.S. Open and crowned gold medals. And that'll do it for the U.S. Archery outdoor season for 2021. More archery coming at you throughout the year. Indoors around the corner, more World Archery, where the U.S. will be participating. But a huge congratulations to the champion.
Yeah,
for Competition Archery Media, for all the crew, for Rio Wild, thank you so much for being in the booth, Rio. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was awesome to get to watch this today. I mean, there was some great shooting, some great matches and everything. It was just a good day.
Keep an eye on usaarchery.org for the 2022 championship, where they're going to be. That information will be coming out soon, so you can make plans to come join us, USA Archery. We had a great time. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you again real soon.